All right, so today everything has finally came together. We have been able to basically confirm everything that I've been speaking of at, I would say, probably 90% of the things that I have said was going to be in NBA 2K26 has became true. But now we even have more details on exactly how some of these animations are going to be attached to one of the big controversial things that I said was that big builds will be able to have, animations and just be viable this year. And I want to give a shout out to Jersey Flow 201. He did a really dope breakdown of the, I guess you can say, just some of the ball handle requirements. And I just want you to see, as you see this chart here, Brandon Ingram, 84 ball handle, you can be 6'10". You can get that. Kyrie Irving is 6'5" and under. Allen Iverson is 85 ball handle, under 6'5". Michael Jordan, which was a really good dribble style, some 2Ks ago, you can now get that at 6'10". All right. LeBron James, you can now be 6'10" to be able to get that. Then you have Reggie Jackson, under 6'5" with 80 ball handle. We have not seen anything like this before. To be able to be 6'10" and to have some animations is really going to change the game. There is going to be more 6'10" builds out there that's going to be dribbling around and having a great time, for the first time in a long time. Usually 6'10" builds, they were just like post scores or just glorified, spot ups or poppers or whatever. But now you really will have the ability to create with these. Okay, shout out to, like I said, Jersey Flow, because I wasn't paying attention to the breakdowns, but when the video clips was out there. But to be able to get Michael Jordan dribble style and LeBron James, and be able to get Brandon Ingram, which is new, by the way. So we don't know which animation is going to be better, which is going to be the greatest. I spoke on this numerous times. Hopefully the higher rating animations are the best, but we'll just have to wait and see. That is where you genuinely have to test out your build. So again, I want to stress, please do not just make a build first day without really trying it out in every animation possible. This year, you can get every animation. You see what the animation is. And if I were you, I would just start with the highest rated thing. If Kyrie Irving is the highest rated ball handle that you can get in the game, see what Kyrie Irving feels like. If you like it, okay, check that off. Well, or maybe you want to be like, I want to be 6'6". If you're 6'6", then you need to, and I know this sounds crazy, but it's not if you're investing money, right? So if you're investing your money in it, it's not crazy, right? Trying to save $1, I would literally go through the whole animations and figure out which ones I like. Period. Right? I would if I'm 6'10", I'm gonna make sure I try out LeBron James at an 80. If LeBron James at an 80 doesn't feel right, but Michael Jordan at a 75 feel right, then I'm probably going to be okay with just going with a 75 ball handle to start off with. But I will highly recommend that you leave some wiggle room for cap breakers in every single category, and make sure you do them by multiples of 10, because let's say, for instance, season 6 comes out, 6 seasons later, there's a really good animation that comes out at an 80 ball handle, and your build that you made day one only stops at a 75. So you want to make sure the important stuff is all, I guess you can say the important attributes are always going to have some cap breaker room. Okay. And to me, some of the most important things in this game where it is highly animation based is going to be from your shooting and your ball handling. Everything else you can be like, all right, it is what it is. You can get a steal if you can get a silver glove and be stuck at silver glove, that's perfectly fine. But you definitely want to make sure you always leave wiggle room for your ball handling if you're a dribbler or you have the ability to dribble, and of course your shooting, because you never know when some mysterious jump shot comes out and is changing the game, and you do not want to be left out because your build does not have the ability to get the cap breakers to get it. Okay. Also, Jersey Flow, he did drop some passing requirements, and Mike Conley with a 95 pass accuracy, I'm assuming has to be the best. We do not see Tyrese Halliburton. Usually Tyrese Halliburton is the 89, but it is universally accepted that Tyrese Halliburton is the best passing style. So again, I am curious to see if Mike Conley is just going to surpass that, or is it just, once again, ratings are randomly put on passing styles or animations that aren't necessarily universally accepted as the best. I want to say universally accepted because there is still some wiggle room for people to have opinions and say, nah, I think, this dribble sig's better than that one. But universally accepted, you can say Patty Mills is the best jump shot base in the game for the small guards. And then for bigger guards, it is going to be Tracy McGrady. That is what I say universally accepted. I'm not going to say 100% of people agree with that, but universally accepted. And I think 2K needs to take the majority and package that based on ratings. But again, we have that. And like I said, there's a lot of good stuff this man had here, dude. He also has a contact dunk requirements. For elite contact dunks, you need a 96 driving dunk with 82 vert. For pro, you need an 87 with 75. And small is going to be an 86 with 6'5" and under. So then it's safe to assume if you want to get for the pro contact dunks 87 with a 75 vert, then it's pretty much, you can probably bet that if you want, that's probably two hand, and then one hand will be 89 driving dunk with a 78 vert. Because remember, the builder is pretty much the same last year as far as requirements and that type of sort, which is not a bad thing. I spoke on that in my last video because I felt like the builder was actually good. It was the gameplay that really held the builder back. But yeah, so we have that. And I'm trying to see, there was one more thing that he had, but I don't see it. But at the end of the day, what I just want to stress is that you want to make sure, again, that you give bigger builds an opportunity, because those are going to be new. It's going to be the wave, right? You should try it out. It's going to be fun. It's going to be different. Now, if you're somebody that loves smaller guards, I definitely highly recommend that you focus on 6'5". I feel like 6'5" is definitely going to be the sweet spot for builds this year. So if you want to go smaller, try the 6'5". Yes, you will miss out on the 6'4" and under animations, but 6'5" just seems like it is going to have the best bang for your buck and value. So if I were you, I would go ahead and take a look at that, at least 6'5", but also give those 6'10s an opportunity. But really what I wanted to do was just show you a couple of these animations that you can get, just highlight the fact that bigger builds will be able to get some good dribble animations. As more information comes out, of course, I am going to continue to show you exactly the changes or what's going to be similar. I do appreciate every single one of y'all showing love, showing support, coming out, watching the videos, liking the videos. And, I'm having a little bit of fun with y'all. Y'all having a little bit of fun with me. So, again, I love that type of camaraderie I have with my community. So I do appreciate y'all on that. But at the end of the day, guys, please understand, all right, and I want to stress this. Please understand that the whole objective that I'm going to try to do this year is make sure we're not wasting on builds. I will talk about how I will go this year with my build videos to truly inform y'all if I feel like this build is something to put money in or if it's just for show, right? This is like, yo, this is how you can make this build. I don't recommend you making it, but I just want to show you this how you can do it. If you have disposable money, or if you want to have a really funny name or good name, this is what you can do. So I will separate my meta builds where I think this is going to be like, hey, yo, you put your money in this. This is the Uncle Demi stamp of approval. And then also make sure I give the stamp of, this is not what I'm not asking you to make this. I'm not telling you to make this. I'm just giving you information on, I'm just adding to the dictionary or encyclopedia, because I'm known for builds. So I want to make sure I have every single build that's out there on my channel, but I want to make sure it's separated between, this is the build I want you to make, and this is the build I'm just doing for information purposes, okay? So hopefully y'all can appreciate that too. But other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really, really soon with the banger, man. When I say back soon with the banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.